Hi everyone, and welcome to your pre-recorded video for this week. I'm going to be sharing with you a fun little technique that is referred to as, I call it the quilting technique. But I'm going to be sharing with you this pre-recorded as I decided to, last minute, go to my mom's and spend some time with her, work remote at her house for a couple days, and then stay with her for the weekend. So I apologize that it kind of came up last minute. And like I said, I do sincerely apologize that I didn't let you guys know that I would not be live with you, but I still wanted to give you guys a video to inspire and create you, something for you and give you something to work on and look at maybe doing for yourself so that you can then maybe have some fun with this technique as well. First, though, I do want to give you guys, if you share my video, you get into my awesome drawings, as you guys know. So I am still going to give a winner, 2 winners out for this. So if you shared my video from last week, your name went into the drawing. And one thing that I want you guys to know is even though I'm not live with you, you can still share this video, whether you share it from the YouTube link I shared on Facebook or comment on it on YouTube, interact with my video in some fashion, and I'll make sure that you're in the drawing for the 2 prizes for next week. Okay, so the 2 winners that I have for my 2 prizes this week, the winner of the Natural Tones linen thread is Shireen Gross. So congratulations to Shireen. And then the winner of my dots here, let me write her name on these. As you guys know, I forget otherwise. And then the winner of these dots is Philomena Soso. So congratulations to Philomena and to Shireen. You guys are my lucky winners for those. I do have 2 items up for grabs that I'll be giving, doing the winners and drawing for next week. And it is the Earth Tone Shimmer Gems and another bolt of this red and white baker's twine. I have so much of this twine, you guys, so it'll be giving away to you guys for a while. I think I double ordered it when I ordered it from my club. So yeah, I have a surplus of that. A few other things I have for you guys in the way of a few quick announcements. We are in the final week of, well, week and a half of Celebration, and there's still time for you to take advantage of that amazing join promotion. I'm standing up real quick so that I can give you guys and let you guys see the awesome stamp set that you will get. The stamp set's exclusive to the join promotion only, and you also will get 2 sets of markers for free. So you can pick from the subtles, the regals, brights, or neutrals. It's about a $60 value, I think, absolutely free. Maybe it's $90 just by taking advantage of the starter kit promotion. And it's a great way to get your hands on some new markers and to have some fresh tips when you start to color. So anyway, I love this stamp set right here too. This little handmade stamp is perfect for you to then handwrite your name in there for making cards and things along that nature. There's also still time for you to purchase and get a free celebration item. Every $60 order gets you a free item from the celebration offerings. So make sure you check that out. Again, there's not much time left to take advantage of this, so I encourage you to do so pretty quickly. Another thing I have in the way of an announcement for all of you, I know that I've been sharing my daughter Claire's scholarship journey with all of you, and I just wanted to let you guys know that as of today, so I'm recording this for you Wednesday night. As of this morning, though, she officially was offered a full ride tuition only scholarship to CMU. It's referred to as Centralis Gold, and so it is a full ride for tuition, not covering room and board. So we're really proud of her. She still has a couple more of them to hear back from. She had her final interview for one of the more prestigious scholarships this morning. That one she'll hear back from the beginning of March, and then she'll be able to make her decision. That one still gives her an option for a complete full ride with tuition and room and board. So we are, needless to say, we are elated and super proud of her for all of her hard work with all of those scholarships. So I had to give you guys a quick update. So anyway, the technique that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, like I said, is this awesome little quilting technique. Now, I'm not going to be making all of these cards with you today, so your video this week's going to be a little bit short. This is, however, a class that I am offering the month of February. I think I've posted it out there once. I need to get it posted again. But this is an option for you to purchase. If you purchase the class, you'll have all of the supplies that you need to make 10 cards, 2 of each one of these designs that you're going to be seeing. Now, this technique is really amazing for lots of leftover scraps and things like that. So the inspiration that we got from making this, doing this card class, is one of my customers over in the Thumb of Michigan. Her name is Ross, and she saw, so Jen, who does all of my cutting and stuff, was making one of these cards for a swap card for me for one of my team events. And she saw her putting it together and said, I want to learn how to do that. You need to do a class with that. So we did, and here is said class. So Ross, thank you for making that suggestion. And if any of you ever see anything that you'd like maybe for a class, please share it with me. I'd be happy to entertain the idea and see if it's something we can pull off and do for you guys. So I'm going to show you all of these cards first and let you know that most of the paper that we used for these cards is from the Celebration offering. As you know, we use it very extensively, and so we end up with tons of scraps. So this one uses the Fruit 6x6 Designer Series paper. This one right here uses the Toadstool 6x6 Designer Series paper. This uses the Blooms, the 12x12 paper as part of Celebration. This one here is also the 12x12 as part of Celebration with the Bloom collection. Another card here utilizing the Toadstool. Now, we did use different embossing folders on all of these cards. The one that looks like this right here is the Starburst. This is also a Celebration offering. So if you do not have the Starburst embossing folder yet, you can get it for free by placing a $60 online order. Just search for me in the online store to check out through my store. And you can get this awesome embossing folder. Okay, so it's only available during Celebration. Other embossing folders that we used the lace one on the Toadstool ones. And this one I think is more like a lattice type one. But you can use any embossing folders that you would like. It just adds some definition to the mat. All of the mats on here, so the card stock itself is, you know, your card base. The first mat that we have on here is the 5 1/4 by 4. And we just picked colors that coordinated with the Designer Series paper. So have fun with that when you start to design your own. So what I'm going to share with you is the measurements and the way in which you make these amazing pinwheels. So again, what we did when we started to make these pinwheels, we knew that there was some green in there, we knew that there was some pink in there, and that's how we picked the colors. So get creative, look at the back of those DSP packs. It tells you what colors are in there, and then you can then kind of create and go from there. Now, the card that I'm going to be sharing with you tonight and really giving you the idea of how to put it together is this one right here, because it's the one that's on the top of my pack. So what you're going to want to do when you cut for this, so again, you just cut a standard card base. Your card base is cut 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, score and folded at 4 1/4. So there's your card base. This card is your typical side open fold, so it's just going to open up like that. And then your layer here is going to be 5 1/4 by 4. I would encourage you to emboss it with your favorite embossing folder. And again, any colors that you want. So I'm going to now share with you the measurements for this element right here on the card. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to need to cut 2 squares. Let me get all my stuff out of here real quick. You're going to want to cut 2 squares that are 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. Now I know that that's kind of a unique measurement, but that's what you need these to be at. Okay, so you're going to cut 2 of those that are 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. Then you're going to cut 8 squares. You can see here I got some solids that are blue. So here are my solid blue ones, and you're going to have 4 of those. Okay. And then you're going to have 4 that are of some type of pattern. So here's my Designer Series paper. That is my patterned ones. Okay. So that is what you're going to need to be able to put this card together. I'm going to move my little squares out of the way for right now, just so that they're not in my way. We're going to start with these 2 squares that are 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of adhesive to the back of these, and these 2 are going to get glued together. Now, I just kind of eyeball this till it looks like I have a good a square or triangle, but you're just going to off-center these. So you can see here, you don't want this triangle right here to be lopsided, so that's not going to work, right? So what you want to do is you want to kind of make sure that before you glue it down, you have it looking right, that this triangle looks straight, that triangle looks straight. You can literally get very technical if you wanted to and try to make these things perfect, but I don't. I just kind of go like that and call it good. So you're kind of making it look like a great big star, okay? From there, we're going to start layering these onto my squares, into every single one of these peaks. So let's start with the solid one first. Oop, and those dimensional backings come from everywhere. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to pick one of these little corners and you're just going to butt this up in there. You want a little bit of whatever, like this is Flirty Flamingo, so I want a little bit of that to show. Now I'm just going to glue that down, okay? Then you're going to alternate. So now I'm going to go ahead and go with one of my patterned paper. And again, in this triangle right here, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to layer it down like that. And then you're just going to keep going around this entire square, adding in these pieces of paper until you get to the very end. Okay, so, and you can see I'm not gluing them down very hard. You'll see why here in just a little bit. But again, I'm alternating between the two patterns. So I like to use a solid and then one that's more patterned, but you don't have to. If you like them to just be solids, you can use solids. If you want them both to be patterned, you can use patterns. So it's really kind of a personal preference as to the color combination that you choose to use for this, okay? So we're just going to kind of continue around here. Every single one of these squares is going to have, or points is going to have a square in it, okay? And then the last one is the hardest one to kind of put in. And it always makes me stop and think a little bit myself, but we're gonna get it figured out here. So the last one is this one right here. And you just gotta kind of look at this, because what you gotta do is you wanna go over top and under. So see how it looks like it's under, over, under, over, under, over. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we are going to need to put this one in here like this, right? Okay. And then this is going to have to go underneath this one. So that's why I didn't want to glue that down completely. I'm just going to pick that up and I'm going to put this in here like that. Okay, can you guys see how I'm doing that? So see how this one's going over and this one's going under that little spot. And now I'm going to glue this down really, really good and push it down. And you can see how you have this beautiful little pinwheel. And that is what I did for all of the cards. Okay, so from there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually bring in my 5 1/4 by 4 blueberry bushel piece of cardstock here. And what I'm going to do is I am going to actually, I should have probably glued this down a little bit better. So you can always go back in here and add more adhesive. But I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this, and then I'm going to adhere this down to my card. This is use up your backing, your edgelets of your dimensionals week. So I have been I had my online bingo tonight, and so I was using them for the make and takes with them, and I'm like, I have 3 or 4 of these sheets here, and I refuse to get out new dimensionals until I use these all up. So anyway, that is what I've decided to do. Okay, so here we have all those dimensionals, and you can see I've got a lot on there, but maybe I want one more small one in the middle. I don't know why I didn't put one in the middle. Okay. So there we have it. And now we're just going to take off all of these backings here. So we're just going to remove all of those. And, oh, my cat. All right, and this is going to get put down onto this 5 1/4 by 4. Now you can put it on here straight like this if you want to. You can put it on an angle if you want to. That is your total personal preference. I like to put it on a little bit of an angle because it just makes it look more like a quilted piece. And so I'm just going to kind of put it at an angle and shove it down there really good. These cards are so unique that you can use them for any kind of all occasion card. You can use them for thank you. You could use this for sympathy. You could use it for a birthday. It could be anything that you want. What I like about these cards is it's really fun to cut a bunch of these and then just sit there and put them together when you have time watching TV or something like that. And it's a great use of your scraps. So I'm going to bring in those measurements again so you guys have them here. I have them written on a Post-it note. these 2 squares that I used to do the 2 Flirty Flamingo is 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. And then I just realized that I didn't give you guys the measurements of the little squares. They are 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. So you can sit there and cut all kinds of pieces for this, coordinate your pieces, and then this would be a good filler if you're going away for a weekend and you want to take a trip or take a project to work on your trip. You could easily take this one with you. It's really, really fun. So then for this card sample, I used, made it a thank you, and I just stamped the words thank you on a 1/2-inch strip of designer paper, cardstock, basic white. Sorry guys, it's getting late here on Wednesday night, but I wanted to make sure I had time to get down here and do this video for all of you before I leave to go to my mom's. And again, I do apologize for the short notice and not letting you guys know, but I have a class over there that got rescheduled from last weekend due to the bad weather, and decided that since I'm remote the next couple days, it was just a good opportunity for me to go and spend some time at my mom's. I can work remote from her house. She's got great internet as well, and be there for my class and visit with her because I haven't really been able to see her since the holidays. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, so here's the little thank you on the bottom of that. And then I put this on a Flirty Flamingo card base. That is the same color that those 2 2 5/8 squares were. So it's all gonna kind of coordinate together very nicely. And I love that about this. So this is just gonna get adhered on the top here. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Now I do have one of every single one of these designs, but I don't think I'm going to make them all with you. I really think that I just wanted to share with you guys the design of this and how you can make it. You can also then put something here in the middle, because sometimes it just doesn't looks a little off if you don't get them just perfect, but I like to put something in the middle just to top this off. So on all of my cards, I simply added one of our awesome rhinestones. They're the most affordable embellishment that we have. You get a whole pack. I mean, it's a whole pack of them for like $6, and it makes it very, very affordable to add that embellishment. They usually go through the mail pretty easily. So there you guys have how to do that amazing little pinwheel looking thing. So let me bring in the other cards that I made here that's part of the class. So if you're interested in this class, there is still time to get it. I think we have a limited number of kits left though, because this was a popular item that they are doing at my class over in the Thumb area this weekend. But I do have a couple of these kits left. It includes 10 cards, so 2 of each design, 5 different designs, and you'll receive all of this stuff already cut out. Like literally, let me show you guys my stash. This is my stash of all the things that Jen prepared for me for my Facebook Live that I decided to not make them all, but you can see she's got them all cut out, so you would not have to worry about cutting a thing. You get 10 cards like this. And then with envelopes, the cost of it shipped to you is $45 shipped. It'll be $40 for local pickup. So that is the cost of this, but it's a great class and one that I really hope that you consider purchasing. And I also hope that you consider doing this awesome, fun technique to share with others. So how about this? If you guys give this card a try, share it on our Facebook group. I'd love to see it, and I'd love to see the different colors and designs that you create using this amazing technique. Again, the 2 squares are 2 5/8 by 2 5/8, and then you have 1 1/4 by 1 1/4 squares. And those squares have to be, there's 8 of them. So you can see here that on mine, I did 4 of them more of a solid color, 4 of them more of a pattern color, and it gives you a good variation that way. So just get creative with how you do those variations and how you make the card look. So here they are. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So anyway, thank you all so very much for letting me inspire you and share with you a few of my projects here tonight. Again, I apologize that I'm not live with you all, but I will be back next Thursday for another great Facebook Live and be live with you to showcase some awesome projects using, I'm not even sure what yet, so I'll surprise you. All right, everyone, have a great weekend and a great week, and stay safe, stay warm, and I'll be back with you all soon. Bye.